Welcome to Running Plays with Coach P. Wade. I am Coach P. Wade. And tonight, y'all, I want to talk to you all about how where you are right now is not where you're going to end up. Like, this is just a chapter in your story. This is not the end of the book. Like, your story's not fully written, right? And this chapter may not be what you want it to be. But y'all, your current situation is not your final destination. And I'm not going to go straight into it. I want to first start off. First of all, I appreciate you watching this. If you're in here, can you please like it? Please share it with somebody. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. But y'all, I want to tell y'all the story today because before I get into the story, I want to talk to y'all about how you're at a starting point or you're at a point in life, and I know it feels like this is it. I know it feels like there's no more growth that can happen. Maybe you feel like you're too old. Maybe you feel like everything's been done. There's all these different things playing through your head of why you can't achieve what you want to achieve during this lifetime. So I want to sit here tonight, and I hope you're okay with a little story time. But I want to tell y'all the story of Tom Brady. And I know you're probably like, I know who Tom Brady is. Everyone knows who Tom Brady is, right? And yeah, you do know who Tom Brady is. But I'm going to go behind the scenes a little bit. So Tom Brady, as if you don't know, he is a 7-time Super Bowl champion in the NFL. He's a quarterback. He played with the New England Patriots, and he also played with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers one year and won a Super Bowl. He's won 7, the most of anybody ever in the NFL, right? So pretty good, right? It's like, why are we talking about this guy? He's already done it all, right? I'm down here trying to figure it out. We're talking about Tom Brady because the story of Tom Brady doesn't get told a lot. I haven't heard it a lot, and I want to tell it to you because I feel like you're probably going to get something out of it because Tom Brady, yes, today is a 7-time NFL champion, right? Super Bowl champion. But previously, we're going to go back to Tom Brady being a freshman in high school. That was his first time ever touching and playing in the football on an organized team. Freshman year in high school. If you know anything about sports, you know that most people that play sports play well before freshman year in high school. So he played freshman year in high school. He made the team. He played on the team. But he didn't really play. He wasn't really out there. He was a little skinny dude that just came out there. He loved the game of football. His parents had season tickets to the 49ers for forever, right? And he loved football, but he never played it. So he gets out on this team. He doesn't play freshman year. That's unheard of for somebody that's a 7-time Super Bowl champ, right? Sophomore year, the quarterback at the time decides not to play. Tom Brady, like, okay, cool, this is my chance. So he steps in. He kept practicing behind the scenes, right? We hear these stories all the time. I keep telling them. He was practicing behind the scenes. So by the time he got put up in sophomore year, he was actually pretty decent. He wasn't terrible. He goes through high school, doesn't have like the craziest high school career. He doesn't get recruited. His coach has to send out videos for people to try to watch his films. Hey, this is a good kid. You should bring him to your program. Finally, Michigan brings him in. He wasn't the 4-time or all 4 years starting NFL or college quarterback. He was on the team, but he had to compete. He had to play like against other quarterbacks, and he wasn't the one that they were choosing the whole time. So by the time he went through college, right, he played a few games. He I think his senior year, he did end up beating out the other quarterbacks, and he was a starting quarterback his senior year. He won an Orange Bowl against Alabama in a big game, did his thing. Let's fast forward. He's good in college. He's not one of the greats. He's not one of the popular names that's even being talked about. So next step is NFL, right? If you think about Tom Brady, like I was thinking about it before, I'm thinking he's like top draft pick. You know, these Tom Brady. No, y'all. Tom Brady was not selected in the NFL draft until the 199th pick. You heard me right. 199th pick, so almost the 200th pick in the NFL draft. He wasn't even at the event, you know what I'm saying, where they call the names and everybody was watching it on TV. He was 6th round. Nobody's watching or even cares anymore by the time it gets to the 6th round of a draft, right? So no one's even watching. That's where you get the phone call and you're like, oh, I made it. 199th pick, y'all. So he wasn't even one of the top. So the team he went to was the New England Patriots. They already picked 5 people, not quarterbacks, but 5 other people prior to selecting Tom Brady. He was just somebody, okay, they picked. They knew he had, decent talent. But when he went to the combine, this is the story, y'all. He went to the combine, which is where you kind of go to show your skills, show how good you are in different events, I guess you would say. So he's running at the combine. He's slow, turtle slow, y'all. I seen the videos. Look it up. He's running slow. He got a weak arm. They're like, all right, his arm's okay. Mobility's not there. He can't really dodge the defense. He's not doing a lot of good stuff. Like, he's not anybody that anybody's looking at. Like, they're like, all right, we got this guy, but what are we gonna really do with him, right? Tom Brady met Mr. Kraft, the owner of the team, and he's like, hey, I'm Tom Brady, and he's like, yeah, I know who you are. You're our sixth pick. He's like, no, I'm the best thing that ever happened to your organization. Looked him in the eye and told him that. An affirmation, right? Tom believed it. He believed, even though he didn't start playing until his freshman year in high school, even though he didn't get recruited for college, even though he had to compete and fight to play in college and get on the team and have a starting spot, even though he was the 199th pick in the NFL draft, he knew he was the best decision they ever made. And fast forward, we all know what happened, right? He became the greatest player of all time in the NFL. He's won 7 NFL Super Bowls. Y'all, but he did not start there. He did not start there. He did not have the talent on the recruiting. When they looked at the information about him, it said he was weak. He couldn't really he wasn't good in pockets. I don't know what that means. He had a weak arm. He didn't like he hit the weights. It was all these different things of what he couldn't do. But Tom knew what he could do. He knew what he was capable of. And that's where I want to talk to y'all about tonight is it's a mindset. It's not allowing everybody in your life that told you you're not tall enough, you're not smart enough, everybody's already done that, you're not going to be able to, this won't work because of, it's eliminating all that and believing in yourself. It's going against what everybody else believes about you. What you even started believing about yourself because it's been drilled into you your whole damn life. You going against that and saying, I know what I'm capable of. I know that I can do this. I know that if I really put my time and my mind into it, that I'm going to build the damn thing. I'm going to invent it. I'm going to create it. Whatever it is, you know that you're capable of doing it. It's going against everything. It's going against, maybe it was your parents. Maybe it was your coach. Maybe it was your friends. Maybe it was your circle. I don't know. But somebody at some point put it in you that you're not good enough. You're not enough. But I'm here to tell you today, whenever you're watching this, that you are enough and you got it in you. And wherever your current situation is today is not your final destination. Wherever you are today, whether you looking at your bank account and it's an overdraft, I don't care. That's not the end of your story. It's not. It doesn't have to be. Whether you're working at a job that you absolutely hate and you know there's so much more meant for your life, this can't be it. I can't just be clocking in, clocking out, making money for them. I can't be doing this. Whether you're still in school and you're struggling and you're trying to figure out where do I really want to do? This ain't the major. Whether you're a single mom and you out here trying to figure it out, you got 2 kids, you thought it was going to work with this guy, you thought it was going to work with this girl, whatever the case may be, and that didn't work. That's just a chapter in your story and it's not the end, right? Your current situation is not your final destination. You have an opportunity if you still have breath in your body. If you woke up today and you're listening to this, you have an opportunity to change your story. You can write a different ending, right? So what I want y'all to take from this is that no matter where you start, how you start is not how you finish. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, Tom Brady wasn't the strongest. He was weak. He wasn't the fastest. He was slow. He didn't have a strong arm. He barely was hitting them, right? But he made up in his mind that I'm going to be one of the greats. I will be one of the greats. I am the greatest decision you ever made. And I want us, anybody listening to that, and listening to me tonight, to understand that if you believe it, you can do it. And I know we hear all these cliche things like, if you believe, you will achieve. And it's like, nah, y'all don't know my setup. Y'all don't know that my dad wasn't there. Y'all don't know that my mom had to raise me by herself and I ain't get the best schooling. Y'all don't know my bank account look like this. Switch your mindset from being a victim to being a victor. I said this the other day to somebody. Somebody has the exact same story as you and won with it. Let that shit sink in. I don't mean to cuss y'all. But somebody has the exact same story as you and won with it. And they won. Let that sink in. You can't keep that going your whole life. You gotta unpack that. You gotta let it go at some point. Elsa, let it go, right? You gotta realize that, yes, these things happened to me. Yes, my circumstances weren't the greatest. No, I didn't get the head start that everybody. They were already running on the track and I'm still there waiting on my turn. Maybe that's your story. But that doesn't mean because that's your story that you have to be a victim. Because that's your story, that doesn't mean it has to play out the way everybody expects it to. You have an opportunity, like I said, if you are breathing today, if you are able to get up and create today, talk today, speak today, then you can change your life. But you have to believe it. I believe in you. I believe if you make the decision to say, you know what? I'm no longer going to settle. I'm no longer going to feel sorry for myself. I'm no longer going to put my head down when I walk in the room. I'm no longer going to have imposter syndrome. I'm no longer going to feel like I'm not the smartest in the room because I know, yeah, they talk proper. Yeah, they have a better language than me or they can speak better than me. Yeah, I may not articulate my words the greatest, but I know the thoughts in my head are better and greater than what they can even think of. You got to know that, but you have to believe that. And you can't be afraid to put it out there. You can't be afraid of the success that that you know you can have. I suffered with that at a point. Like sometimes I'm like, yo, if I put this out here and people see how good I am, because I believe I'm good. I believe I'm great. When I look at myself in the mirror, I believe I'm great at the things that I'm attempting to do or that I am doing, right? I believe I'm great. But there were points in my life where I'm like, I'm not popular. I don't have followers. They don't know who I am. Why would anyone want to listen to me? All those thoughts can creep up in your head, but you got to be able to be stronger than those thoughts. You got to be like, nah, I know what I'm capable of. I know the things that I can build out are going to be good. I know if I put my all into something and I put my time and my heart into it, it's going to be great. I know if I stay committed for one time in my life, if I stay committed, I'm going to do it. And commitment, I always tell y'all, commitment, Inky Johnson always says is sticking to doing the things that you said you were going to do long after the feeling or mood you said it in is gone. Commitment is doing the things that you said you're going to do long after the feeling or mood that you said it in is gone. Like, that's real talk right there. A lot of times we talk that stuff. We like, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this because we feeling good. But when we wake up tired, then we like, nah, you know what? When we wake up in our body in a little pain, we wake up, we not feeling the best. Like, we like, I ain't going to do it today. Stop that. Be committed one time in your life. Stay committed to one thing one time in your life. Stay consistent with it and execute. Execute. If you can do it, I promise you're going to be so proud of yourself, first of all, because you're going to realize, yo, I am capable. I am enough because you are enough. You can do it. You just have to be patient with yourself. Understand that things aren't going to happen overnight. You got to think of it like a gardener or a vineyard or whatever. It takes time for those processes to happen, for things to grow, right? It's going to take time. Don't expect it instantly. And I know we're in the world of, I always say, instant gratification. Everybody want everything instantly. You want to get your groceries, Instacart. You want to cook your food, Instapot. You want to see quick messages, Instagram. We're in this world of instant gratification versus, delayed, where it's going to take time for it to bake. It's going to take time for you to cook, right? You're going to have to put in the work. You're going to have to let God or the universe, whatever you believe, know that, you know what, you trust me with this, I'm going to do it. You can't say, it's like the person that says, I want the house, I want to own a home. I want this, I want that, but they got the apartment and they don't even clean it up. They got the apartment and they behind on their bills. They ain't even paying their rent on time. Why would you be trusted with something else where you're not taking care of what you have right now? You got to think like that. You got to be trusted with what you have right now before you can get what you want. I can't sit here and say, I want to be one of the greatest speakers of all time. I want to speak on all these stages. I want to be a best-selling author, and I'm not putting in the work today. I just think I can sleep in late, and I don't have to put into myself every single day. I don't have to work out so I can have an image. I can have my brand, all that stuff. No, if I'm not taking care of what I got right now, why would I even be blessed with that? I'm not going to be blessed with that because I'm not committed. I'm not consistent, and I'm definitely not going to execute because I'm going to give up on the day I don't feel good. And that's what I want y'all to stop doing. Because I've been there. I used to come up with so many things, and my mental, if y'all know me, I suffer with, I get low. I suffer with seasons of lows. And when I got low, every time I quit. When I got low, I gave up. When I got low, I said, you know what? That ain't going to work. I used to talk myself out of it. Somebody else already doing that. It ain't going to work. And I know plenty of y'all that's watching this do this. It will work if you work. It will work if you work. You're going to have to put it in. You got to put the time in and the effort and the commitment. Y'all, I could go on all night, but I just wanted to share this story with you to give you some hope. I wanted to share this story with you so you can know that maybe right now, today, you're not in the position that you thought you should be in. This ain't the position you envisioned. Maybe some things happen in life. Maybe you had a kid earlier, and then maybe you were married and now you're divorced. Maybe you had the greatest job and then you lost it. There's so many things that go on in life. Maybe today you are not where you thought you would be, but this is not the end of your story, and I need you to know that. This is not your final destination unless you allow it to be, unless you give up, unless you decide to just be complacent if you watching this, if you follow me and you watching this, you ain't complacent. If you watching this and you follow me, you want to get it. If you watching this and you follow me, you want to be better. You want to elevate your life. I know it. You know it. So I'm gonna stop right there, y'all. I hope you got something out of this. I hope you believe that you're enough. And I'm gonna say it one last time. Your current situation is not your final destination. And that's all I got, y'all. I'm not going to go on anymore. Somebody told me you say that all the time and you keep going. So I'm going to stop right here, y'all. I'm going to stop right here. I'm going to stop right here. But you want situation away, right? You want yes away. But if you give up and turn around, you never know what's going to happen. You're going to live with regrets. You're going to die with regrets. I said it in one of my speeches recently. The richest place in the world is not Dubai. It's not Africa. It's not here in America. It's the graveyard. That's where all the dreams, ideas, and inventions go to die. I said, just imagine getting to the end of your life knowing your greatest inventions never came to fruition because you were afraid it wouldn't work. That's an awful thought, right? Y'all, I'm going to end it right here. That's all I got tonight. If you watching this, please like, please share, please subscribe. And y'all, I'm going to catch y'all next week. I'm out.